y'all, and welcome to a new video. In today's video, we are going to talk about how to keep up with your kitchen, how to keep the kitchen clean, and 7 tips on how to keep up with your dishes. So let's get right into it. So my first tip is to build a routine. You want to build a routine around almost anything that you do because you want to have that consistency with what it is that you're doing. But when it comes to washing your dishes, you definitely want to build a routine. I don't know if you live alone or if you have a small family or a large family. Either way, building a routine will help you with keeping up with the dishes. So schedule a plan, build up days. Who's going to wash it in the morning? Who's washing at night? And or do you want your dishes cleaned at night before you go to bed? Or do you prefer to wash them before you get out the door before work? All I'm saying is build a routine. The next tip that I have is to rinse the dishes before washing them. That just sounds like common sense. I get it, but you'll be very surprised at how many kids and even some adults will just rake the dishes out or rake the food out in the trash, but then they just put the plate in the sink. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure that you rinse the dishes before washing them. My next tip is to wash the dishes while you're cooking. I was taught this as a young girl growing up when my aunt taught me how to cook. She always said you can't cook in a nasty kitchen. At the end of your meal, by the time you're done cooking, the only dishes that you should have being used are the ones that you cooked in. My next tip is to wash the dishes before going to bed. If you can build a routine, step number 1, and apply washing the dishes before going to bed to that routine, that will also help save you a lot of time for the next day. It just is a time saver. So wash the dishes before going to bed. The next tip is if you have kids, get them to help. Let them help. I understand we all have our ways of wanting the way we want our dishes washed, but the kids have to learn too. Eventually, they're going to be an adult. But either way, let the kids help wash the dishes. Another tip that just ties into rinsing the dishes before you wash them is rinse the dishes after eating so the food does not stick to the dish. The next tip is to put the dishes away from the dishwasher before washing dishes, because that will save you time in between washing the dishes. You don't have to stop. You'll be able to just rinse and put them away. And lastly, I would say play music. Play music for motivation. Whatever it is that you listen to, play that. Sometimes we just really don't feel like cleaning up. We don't want to wash dishes. But anytime you have some music for motivation, whether that's a podcast that you're listening to or maybe even watching a YouTube video, just play something that is motivating to you to help you get through the dishes. Okay, and so those are all my tips for how to keep your kitchen clean, and I hope that this video was helpful, even though I know we are in 2024 and this probably shouldn't even be a title, but it is. There's a lot of people who do not wash dishes by hand, and there's a lot of people who wash dishes in the dishwasher, but there are a lot of young people who are just now really starting to get chores, so they need this video so they can see the different tips on how to keep your dishes clean. Okay, if you found this video helpful, you already know what to do. Please make sure you hit that like button. If you feel like this is a family that you want to be a part of, then make sure you join the fam. I would love to have you here. I always need help cleaning and organizing and with small DIYs. I hope you guys have a good week or a good day, and be sure to feed someone along the way.